perfect shade of yellow all across the sky. Baby, so play the times are changing, and I'm stuck in the middle, frozen in a fire. But baby, you're on my mind.
Streaming live at x1071.com.
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. I put my arm around so you are strong, I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I will cry out now. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Yeah, I know, I've heard that to let you feel and show is the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. Yeah, I put my arm around so you are strong, I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I put my arm around so you are strong, I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today.
Extreme hit music.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Products, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Baus Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good Saturday afternoon to you from South Wayne, Wisconsin. It is homecoming for the Blackhawk faithful. And on this Saturday afternoon, the Blackhawk Warren Warriors play host to the Iowa Grant Panthers in Six Rivers Conference football action. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071, X1071.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center, Monroe. Broadcasting from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler DeTanis, joined alongside Brad Adams, welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show. And Brad, looking at this matchup today, a difference in stylistically for both of these teams. Blackhawk Warren, we know what they like to do. They like to run the football, and they seem to reload year in and year out with multiple running backs that can carry the football and carry the load. But the Iowa Grant Panthers, they like to spread the ball down the field, kind of a little different than what we see from traditional Six Rivers Conference teams. So very interesting matchup coming into this game here today.
Yeah, this will be interesting to watch. Like you said, Blackhawk likes to run the ball, but they are opportune in their passing game. They'll kind of lull you to sleep with all their runs in a row and then pop one off for a deep pass, and normally it leads to a long touchdown for them. And Iowa Grant, they seem to want to spread it out and get out to their skill playmakers and see what they can have happen.
Yep, and after last night's games, Potosi Castleville got the big win against Boscobel, and Seneca Wazeeka Steuben also undefeated on the season after a 28-0 win over Peck Argyle last night. So Blackhawk Warren looking to maintain pace at the top of the conference as the Warriors now have to take on both Potosi Castleville and Seneca Wazeeka Steuben. We'll actually have the Seneca Wazeeka Steuben game against Blackhawk next week in Warren on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and technology permitting on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. So this is a really big game for Blackhawk Warren to not only play exceptionally well here today, but keep your players healthy, stay at the top of the conference, and continue looking down the road with some of the bigger opponents that they have down the line.
Yep, Blackhawks got some big games coming up. They're looking to maintain pace. It's also kind of a beginning of this tough stretch for Iowa Grant as they go with Blackhawk, Potosi, River Ridge, back to back to back. So it's a big stretch for them, and be interested to see how they perform here today.
Yeah, but then the Iowa Grant Panthers, they come in today's game with a record of 2-2. They are 1-1 in the Six Rivers Conference, and as we said, they like to pass the ball a little bit more, like to run a little bit more of a spread type of look, and they've got a great connection between quarterback Brock Hirneman and their receiver Landon Friesen. Landon Friesen, 31 catches for 639 yards and 8 touchdowns, almost at the midway point of the season. So they're looking to capitalize on that, and I think the big thing for the Panthers is can they get the offensive line in check, hold that aggressive defense for Blackhawk Warren at bay to buy time to get the passing game up and running.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a typical football game here, right? Like the offensive line and defensive line is going to be a huge matchup. If Iowa Grant can hold the Blackhawk defensive line off and get it out to their playmakers, that should be an interesting game.
Yeah, it should be a fun matchup. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Blackhawk Warren and Iowa Grant coming up in just a little bit in high school football. Coming up on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches and had a chance to catch up with both Desi Braden of Blackhawk Warren and Hayden Link of Iowa Grant. We asked them about the players on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLaw.wi.com. Also get you the People's State Bank coin toss, the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, our exclusive turf and weather report brought to you by Dewey's Tire and Repair, and the kickoff between Blackhawk Warren and Iowa Grant in Six Rivers football here on this Saturday afternoon. Our Raleigh Cheese pregame show is presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County.
Don't forget the cheese.
Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-game one for
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
Pre-game one.
Back on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Iowa Grant taking on Blackhawk Warren in a Saturday afternoon matchup in the Six Rivers Conference. And we're joined now by Hayden Link, the head coach of the Iowa Grant Panthers. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Look at the team's performance so far, a 2-2 record, alternated wins and losses in the first 4 games of the season, wins against Dodgeville and most recently against Peck Argyle last week, 51-14. Losses to a very strong Fenimore team and Wazeeka Steuben Seneca, who is also ranked in Division 7. Through the first half-ish of the season so far, how would you assess your team's play to this point?
Very up and down. Just thinking back to those games, it's a byproduct of us being so young. We knew coming into this season that offensive line in particular would be a spot where we were replacing a lot of guys. Our defensive line replaced, I believe, 6 guys that started at some point. So that was the tough part. We graduated a lot of guys in the trenches. But we've been focusing on taking it one play at a time. That's kind of how we have to go. And it's been better. We've been, even in the Wazeeka game, Wazeeka's good. And I'm telling you, they're gonna make a deep playoff run. But they, even for us, we didn't roll over. We still fought till the end of the game. That last, I think there was a big long touchdown there in the fourth quarter. So we didn't stop, and that's what's important to us is that we win every play, and eventually that keeps us in games. And so hopefully we have 3 games right now against state-ranked teams. We are looking at what's the best way to go forward, and that's one play at a time.
All right, and so far to this point in the season, what would you say have been the strengths of the team, and what are some of the things you're looking to emphasize in the second half of the season?
The strengths of the team are definitely our skill guys. Landon Friesian, he's number 11 in the nation according to Max Preps as far as yards go, receiving yards. And I don't know how many teams use Max Preps, but that's pretty impressive to me. He's one of the top receivers in the state. Our quarterback is one of the top quarterbacks in the state. He has almost 1,000 yards in just 4 games. A lot of touchdowns. He threw a lot of INTs in that first game, but since then he's been very efficient. And so we look forward to him. Sam Lundell is another one. He hasn't gotten quite the attention on offense that just that's just the way ball plays sometimes. But on defense, he is our do-it-all guy. He has a sack, he has an interception, and he has 37 tackles, which is one of the top numbers in the state. Cole Schoaf, another guy that has a lot of tackles and an interception. So some of those skill guys, some of the linemen that have stepped up this year, Josh Pitzer, he's a tackle, right tackle, kind of a late bloomer. He came to me as a junior and said, "Look, Coach, I haven't played a lot, I haven't trained a lot, but I want to get on the field more." And so, I watched him in that summer, and he ended up starting every game for us last year. And now this year, he's getting attention from the private schools, the UW schools. So he's a really special cat. But he's just developing still, and it's the sky is the limit for him. So those have been and then a couple of surprises. Treaton Lafelholtz came to us from basketball. He had played his freshman year, hadn't played the last 2 years, but said, Coach, I want to enjoy my senior year, and to enjoy it, I think I need to participate in football. I need to keep doing it. So we were like, yeah, he's our 6'4", 240 tight end that can kick it to the moon. So he's playing well for us. Cash Anderson, another kid, he came over from baseball. Cash Anderson's a really good center for us, and so we're looking at some new guys and some old guys.
All right, excellent to hear. That's Hayden Link, head coach of the Iowa Grant Panthers, getting ready for Iowa Grant and Blackhawk Warren in today's Saturday afternoon Six Rivers Conference battle. Our Russell office's injury report. Talk about the team health to this point, and how's the team looked on the injury front heading into this matchup?
Right, we've been pretty healthy. We've maintained that. We do have a couple of injuries along the offensive line. We've just been plugging and playing. The first guy available, frankly. But these guys that we've plugged in have been really successful so far. And pretty soon those guys are going to start coming back. Next week we're getting one, and possibly another one that had a pretty major surgery. So we're looking forward to having those guys back in the fold and seeing what damage we can do with those guys.
All right.
On the offensive line.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And then our Rosemeyer Wealth Management key to the game, taking on Blackhawk Warren here this afternoon, a homecoming game in South Wayne. And no other way to put it other than you're playing one of the top heavyweights in Division 7, one of the premier programs that's up there each and every season, it seems like, especially over the last few seasons. What stands out about this version of the Blackhawk Warren Warriors, and what does success look like for Iowa Grant coming up this afternoon?
Right. So we just got to play to our strengths. We got to play what we do best, and that's frankly that's throwing the ball around and getting guys like Landon Friesen the opportunities in the open field, Sam Lundell in the open field, Owen Wyatt in the open field. Anytime we can do that, we feel like we have a chance at just about anything. But really just focusing on, again, I go back to my first answer, really just focusing on one play at a time. We do that, then we can end up doing big things beyond just Blackhawk. And Blackhawk's a great team. I admire their discipline. I admire the way they carry out business. Everything's it's almost like playing a company team. And they're just very professional in the way they go about things. So, but we can get by, those next three big games. And Riverdale's waiting for us on the other end, so they're no slackers either. We're waiting for those games, and I think we can stand a chance.
Yeah, no days off in the Six Rivers Conference, that's for sure. You got to be in your game no matter who the opponent is.
Right.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Coach. We appreciate the time. Have some fun and good luck today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have you too. That's Hayden Link, the head coach of the Iowa Grant Panthers, and we'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Pregame 2.
Back on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Iowa Grant taking on Blackhawk Warren for Blackhawks homecoming game, and we are joined now by Blackhawk Warren head coach Desi Braden. Coach, thanks for joining us, and a perfect 4-0 start on this 2025 campaign, one of the top-ranked teams in the state in Division 7, coming off a blowout win against Basketball a week ago, but had some gritty wins against teams like River Ridge earlier in the season. Talk about the team's performance at about the midway point of the season and things you're most satisfied with heading into this matchup with Iowa Grant.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Really happy with how we're performing. One of those ones. Still want us to be doing better, but as an overall whole, I'm super happy with how the guys are performing. There's times where again we've been in, like you said, some of those gritty games, and the boys find ways to keep pulling it out and keep fighting, and instead of ways to let those ways to lose those out. And real happy with our passing game. That's came along really nicely. We keep improving on that, and our run game always is solid. So knowing we've got a number of guys we can put back there and take care of business, and we're quick and athletic on the front line. So those are all things I'm really happy with what we're doing. And then things that definitely need to improve on are kind of keep going, assessing at this halfway point is those small details in the conditioning are probably the top two things. Just got to keep getting better at getting all the small details better.
Yep, and what really stands out to me in particular about the Blackhawk Warren program is that, no matter how much turnover there is, there's always success, by this program. Talk about the identity of this team in particular and what stands out to you the most about this year's version, maybe compared to some of the other teams that you've coached.
It's a big part of it is, those guys coming together and playing for each other. That's a big one we've talked about the last couple of years, and those guys, really, really latch on to that of, they're not worried about themselves, their carries, not once have I got asked of, how many carries did I, how many yards did I have, any of that stuff, right? They're just worried about, being 1-0, and that's the main goal. And one of the other big differences, like with this group is, versus the last couple of years is, we're maybe not quite as big up front as a whole, but by far way more athletic than we have been for a number of years. So, kind of quicker and more athletic than we've been.
All right, Desi Braden with us in our Rally Cheese pregame show, getting ready for Iowa Grant at Blackhawk Warren in tonight's Six Rivers matchup on a Saturday afternoon. Let's talk about the Russell office's injury report. Team health always coming into consideration at the midway point of the season. What's the health status of the team and any injuries that will impact today's game?
Hopefully we shouldn't. We going in a couple of those early games, like the Westby game, we were missing basically 4 of our starters, and we had 3 out, and one was kind of playing hobbled and could only play one way. So we're sitting pretty darn good as far as injury. Guys are getting back. One of our starters is got a cast on and should get that off after next week. But he's still been playing with the old club, and so yeah, I mean, injury wise, we're sitting pretty darn good. We got another one that's been out since week 1 back this week in Grant Quinn, so he started for us week 1, and now we're getting him. He got cleared this week, so he's starting to be able to ready to go, and so health wise, we're sitting pretty good.
All right, that's good to hear. And then the Rosemeyer Wealth Management key to the game against Iowa Grant today. Iowa Grant, kind of a different team, kind of compared to what we see normally from some of the other teams in the Six Rivers Conference. A lot more pass happy, like to spread the ball out and kind of go deep down the field throwing the football. And they were a team last year that, kind of had a rough start, but really came on strong towards the second half of the season. What stands out about this Iowa Grant Panthers team, and what does Blackhawk Warren have to do today?
The big thing is shut down their pass game. Their quarterback is good. He scrambles. He makes opportunities for his guys. His receivers are really good at playing scramble drill and finding openings, and then him getting them, the ball in those windows. He takes advantage of that. Sometimes he'll take off with his legs and create some plays. But his big thing is he moves around the pocket really well. And he's an accurate kid, so I mean he's dangerous, and they've got some dangerous receivers. So we got to keep him contained and keep pressure on, and we talked all week of you can't lay off on a play thinking, all right, he's going to get sacked, and then we give him some space, to the receivers, and then they complete a play, a pass down the field. We saw that early on week 1 with Swed, and I said, you guys can't do that against them. They're too dangerous that way. So I mean, they can put up points in a hurry. So one of the other big keys is just that ball control offense. Just physically dominate them and limit their number of possessions with our run game.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun and good luck today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Desi Braden, the head coach of the Blackhawk Warren Warriors, and we'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Having a doctor or primary care provider is essential for your overall health and wellness, and getting the care you need should be simple. Don't have a primary care provider? Easy. With convenient hours and clinic locations in Lancaster, Cassville, Potosi, and Fenimore, Grant Regional Community Clinic makes it easy to get primary care close to home. We have a dedicated team who are ready to care for you, and best of all, we create long-term relationships to keep you and your family in the best possible health. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the automated milking systems line and all of the latest in automated milking systems. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
In Game 1.
Back in South Wayne on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Closing in on the kickoff between Blackhawk Warren and Iowa Grant for Blackhawks' homecoming game. Tyler Duktanis and Brad Adams with you with the best seat in the house at Here's Furniture broadcast booth. Here's Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Our People's State Bank coin toss, we didn't see the actual coin toss, but we believe Iowa Grant is going to receive. So we will set up the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups for the Iowa Grant Panthers on offense. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. For the Iowa Grant offense, they start quarterback number 5, Brock Hinderman, and in the backfield with him is running back number 7, Cole Schoaf. And the receiving core, number 1, Landon Friesen, number 2, Sam Lindell, number 10, Owen Wyatt, and number 87, Ty Cutts. The offensive line, number 80, Jack Whitaker, number 67, Daniel Whitaker, 56, Cash Anderson, 21, Calvin McCone, and 77, Josh Pitzer. For the Blackhawk Warren defense, their defensive line, number 70, Cole Dunlavy, number 15, Justin Patton, and number 68, Aiden Mosley. The linebacking crew on the outside, number 14, Jacob Woodruff, and 16, Bryce Van Ralt. And the interior linebackers, 59, Jonathan Heller, and 58, Spencer Hay Scadam. The defensive secondary at the corners, number 4, Shane Wand, and number 5, Jackson Burgett. And the safeties, number 11, Trent Bidlingmeyer, and number 3, Bo Podner. Those are the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups for when Iowa Grant is on offense. Again, see Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Our colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Iowa Grant in their white jerseys with black pants, red helmets, the Panther logo on the right side, and the jersey number on the left side of the helmets. And Blackhawk Warren in all black jerseys with white numbers, black pants, and a wing pattern on their black helmets. Those are the colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. Let's get to our Dewey's Tire Repair Turf and Weather Report for all of your farm, auto, truck, and tire sales service needs. The best place to take a look, Dewey's Tire Repair in Platteville. It is a gorgeous afternoon for high school football in southwest Wisconsin. We'll get you the game time temperature in just a second, but we will pause for today's national anthem from Blackhawk High School in South Wayne.
Attention at this time to the southwest corner of the field, where our nation's colors will be presented by the Gratiot VFW. Just before the singing of the national anthem this afternoon, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the recent passing of longtime and beloved voice of the Warrior football here at Blackhawk, Roger Jackson. Roger's voice became synonymous with the high school football here at South Wayne, and his contributions to the school and community and to the now Blackhawk Warren football program were remarkable. So join me with just a moment of silence in remembrance of Mr. Jackson. And now to honor America and those who defend our freedom, join in the singing of the national anthem along with Blackhawk sophomore Jaylee Scott.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done. Today's national anthem from Blackhawk High School in South Wayne, getting ready for the kickoff between Blackhawk Warren and Iowa Grant in Six Rivers Conference action on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Laley Center, Monroe. Tyler Dictanis and Brad Adams with you at the best seat in the house, the Ears Furniture broadcast booth. We were mentioning just before the national anthem, our exclusive turf and weather report brought to you by Dewey's Tire Repair. A gorgeous afternoon for high school football after a rainy and lightning-filled night last night, 74 degrees at kickoff, and it looks like there's some scattered rain in the area, but nothing that would be threatening of postponing our game here this afternoon. So should be a good matchup here today weather-wise. And the field looks to be in good shape. We got hash marks on the field and numbers painted on, which is always a good thing to have when you're trying to broadcast, and especially when you got someone like Brad Adams here who's filling in and pinch hitting for us and being able to identify and see the field. A really good vantage point for us here today.
Yeah, seeing the individual yard markers is always a very nice thing to do. Whenever I go to a field and see that, it's always a welcome sight. But yeah, it should be a great game here. Good, nice weather, and should be a heck of a ball game.
I'm looking forward to it. Iowa Grant, as we said, will receive the opening kickoff. We're not sure which direction they're going, but we'll get that to you in just a little bit. Our football game today brought to you by Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. And by Melody Hawkins of Exit Professional Real Estate in Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business. For all of your real estate needs, Melody Hawkins, Exit Professional Real Estate of Monroe. Mound City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com. And by Infinite Foam of Montfort, specializing in spray foam insulation projects, residential, agricultural, and commercial. They'll keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Adam at Infinite Foam today at 608-553-1306. And it looks like the Iowa Grant return team is set to take the field. And back deep to return is going to be number 2, Sam Lindell. And for Blackhawk, the listed kickoff specialist is number 70, Cole Dunlavy. We'll see if that's who they actually decide to send out. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters, and overhead doors on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. Big thanks to Eric Erickson here at Blackhawk High School for helping us with our radio and video streaming efforts here this afternoon. And it looks like it's going to be Bryce Van Ralt kicking it away for Blackhawk Warren. Actually, it's Cole Dunleavy. He swings the left leg. It's a squib kick that will be fielded at about the 10-yard line, brought up by Sam Lindell. And Lindell is gang tackled just beyond the 20-yard line to about the 22, and IG will set up offense for the first play of the game with 11:55 to play in quarter number 1.
It'll be interesting to start the game here. Let's see if Blackhawks coach his Blackhawks coach Braden has kind of said it's kind of important to keep Iowa Grant in the pocket and not let them get out to their playmakers.
Looks like the football's at the 23-yard line right in the middle of the field. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Brock Hinderman out of the shotgun. Hinderman with the snap. Quick pass, or pump fakes, looking for some room and finds a receiver over the middle, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 10, Owen Wyatt. Pass was just a bit behind him, but great pocket presence there by Brock Hinderman. Through the pass, was just a bit off target, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yep, looks like he had plenty of time for the pass route there, but the coverage goes good by Blackhawk and unable to come up with a completion there.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a pistol look this time. A tight end to the right side, or a wingback, I should say, to the right. Hinderman with the snap. Going to give to the deep back. That's Cole Schaff, and Schaff with no room to go on the right side. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or potentially a gain of 1. Looks like they'll spot the football at about the 24. Sets up 3rd and 9.
Yep, not much running room there. It'll be kind of important for Iowa Grant to try to open up some running games as this game goes on.
Moen's Milk Service of Montfort. Moen's has been hauling quality milk with quality service in Grant and Iowa County since 1974. When you want quality, it comes from Moen's Milk Service of Montfort. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Iowa Grant Panthers. 11:08 and counting in the first quarter. 3rd play from scrimmage for the Panthers. A pistol look this time again for Hinderman. Hinderman with the snap. Going to fake to Schoaf. Looking right, and he is swallowed up in the backfield for a subs.com sack. And that is number 15. That's Justin Patton getting the subs.com sack. A loss of yardage to the 19-yard line, a loss of 5. 4th down coming up, and the Panthers will punt it away.
Yep, the Blackhawk defensive line there was able to get quick pressure on the quarterback there and brought him down for the sack.
Panthers set to punt it away. It's going to be number 88, Treaton Lefelholtz. And Lefelholtz, the left-footed punter, gets a end-over-end punt and takes an awkward bounce. And finally, Blackhawk Warren fields it at the 45-yard line. And getting swallowed up after that is Jackson Burgett. And it will be 1st and 10 for Blackhawk Warren at their own 45-yard line.
Good coverage there by Iowa Grant on that punt.
So Blackhawk takes over with 10:09 to play. In quarter number 1, the Blackhawk Warren Warriors with their first offensive snap coming up here. We'll set up the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups as the football spotted at the 43-yard line, so they gave them backward progress that time as 2 split backs in the backfield for Blackhawk Warren. Podner under center. And Podner gives to the back on the left side, and Balkier is still on his feet down the left side, and now cutting back to the middle of the field and down to the Iowa Grant 30-yard line. That is Dax Paquin, and a big run for Blackhawk Warren right out of the gate. 1st and 10 for the Blackhawk Warren Warriors at the Iowa Grant 31-yard line.
Woodruff took the handoff there and kept his feet turning as Iowa Grant attempted to bring him down, but he took some Iowa Grant defenders for a ride there.
Hazy Service and Towing of Montfort, your trusted friend for service and towing. Hazy Service Towing and Montfort, better equipped to better serve you. 2 split backs in the backfield again as Podner goes under center on 1st and 10 at the 31. Partner fakes and now keeps it, bounces it to the left side. A lot of room on the left side across the 20 to the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown, Blackhawk Warren.
31-yard touchdown run.
Rushing touchdown number 7 for Bo Podner on the season, a 31-yard scamper. And just like that, Blackhawk Warren leads 6-0 with 9:27 to play in quarter number 1.
Blackhawks offensive line there was just able to open up a huge hole for Podner there as he took it out to the left side and was able to score.
So Northland Buildings touchdown for Blackhawk Warren, and we'll see if the Warriors line up to go for 2. It looks like that's what they will do here for the point and flush extra point. Back split in the backfield again, one receiver to each side. Podner under center, the wing back on the right side. Van Ralt goes in motion from right to left. Podner with a hard count, now gives to the left side, and easily getting in untouched is number 14, Jacob Woodruff, for the 2-point conversion. So Blackhawk Warren 8, Iowa Grant nothing. 9:27 to play in the first quarter. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 2.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In game 2.
Mitsui kickoff by Cole Dunlavy is going to be returned by Iowa Grant, and the Panthers bring it out to the 35-yard line. On the return that time is number 10, Owen Wyatt, and it will be 1st and 10 for Iowa Grant, trailing Blackhawk Warren 8-0 with 9:18 to play in the first quarter at our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Brock Hinderman directing traffic, now sends the running back into the slot on the left side. Empty backfield for Hinderman. Hinderman takes a snap, looking right, passes to the right side. It's caught by Friesen at the 40-yard line, along the sideline to the 50, and gets wrestled down from behind on the far side of the field. And a quick strike for Iowa Grant. 1st and 10 for the Panthers in Blackhawk Warren territory. They'll spot the football at about the 46-yard line.
Nice little quick hitter there that Iowa Grant was probably looking to hit, and here they speed it up on offense to try to get the momentum going.
Same 5-wide set, and a quick pass to the outside again, and that one's Lindell. Lindell catches it along the sideline, knocked out of bounds across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Another quick 8-yard gain, and the Panthers going a little bit more hurry-up, up-tempo, and trying to keep the Blackhawk Warren defense on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can keep this tempo up and try to keep Blackhawk off their game here a little bit.
Yeah, they say he actually stepped out at about the 40-yard line, so it will be 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. 2 receivers to each side, quick pass to the near side, and it is caught by number 6 for the Panthers, and he is wrestled down in the backfield as Hayden Altman on the reception that time. Just not a lot of room to go. Great reaction by the Blackhawk Warren defense. The linebackers swarming to make the tackle.
Yep, Blackhawks doing a good job of swarming towards the ball carrier once they get the ball and bringing them down.
Yep, a loss of 5 on the play. Football back on the 45-yard line, sets up 3rd and 8. 2 receivers to each side, out of the pistol for Hinderman. Altman, the running back, pump fakes to the right side. Now he's it to the corner, and that is broken up and incomplete. Bryce Van Ralt, great reaction to knock the ball out of the hands of Landon Friesen, and it will be 4th down for the Panthers at the 45-yard line in IG territory.
Yep, Iowa Grant tried to take a little bit of a shot there. The ball just hung up a little bit too much in the air, and Blackhawk defender was able to make a break on it and knock it down.
Pilling Electric Service in Montfort, your trusted experts for everything electric and pump services. Check them out on Facebook, Pilling Electric Service. They'll keep the lights on for you. Drayton Leifel-Holtz gets this punt away, and this will take a bounce inside the 20-yard line and will be picked up by the Warriors, and they bring it out to about the 19-yard line. And Blackhawk Warren will set up shop inside their own 20-yard line with 7:40 to play in the first quarter. Blackhawk Warren leading IG 8-0 with 7:40 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, let's see if Blackhawks offensive line can continue to get those big holes for their running backs to run through and see if they can go down and score again.
First and 10 for Blackhawk Warren. The running back split in the backfield. Woodruff and Paquin split, one receiver to each side. Podner under center. Goes with the hard count. Now gives to the left side, and the ball carrier still on his feet across the 25-yard line, close to the 30. Nice run that time by number 14. Jacob Woodruff had the 2-point conversion earlier, and boy, Blackhawk Warren just keeping the gas going and getting some nice chunk yardage on their plays early on.
Yeah, they're getting what they want right now.
Called a gain of 11. It's going to be first and 10. And Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for the Warriors. Podner under center. Fakes, now tosses to the left side, and some room on the outside for Dax Paquin. And Paquin taken down across the 40-yard line to about the 42. Another big play. Gain of 12, and it's going to be first and 10 again for Blackhawk Warren. Under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter, leading 8-0.
Yeah, Iowa Grant's got to come up with some way to stop this Blackhawk running game.
Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. Podner under center. Back split in the backfield for the Warriors. One receiver to each side. Podner going to give to Paquin, and Paquin is tackled after a minimal gain by comparison to what they've had so far. It's going to be a gain of 5. Bring it out to about the 48-yard line. Called a gain of 6, second down and 4.
Yeah, Iowa Grant did a little bit better job there of swarming the tackler and bringing him down for a somewhat minimal gain as so far as what we've seen today.
Pecatonica Co-op Oil in South Waymar for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. Warriors break the huddle on 2nd and 4. One receiver to each side. The receivers are Shane Ward and Jackson Burgett, as Woodruff and Paquin are split in the backfield. Podner under center. Burgett goes in motion from the left side. Now toss to the near side for Paquin. Paquin's got some room, and he gets tripped up at the 50-yard line by number 2, Sam Lundell, but a Pink's penalty flag in the backfield. It's going to be a hold on the Warriors. Our first Pink's penalty of the game will back the Warriors up 10. And we'll make it about 2nd and 14 at the Blackhawk Warren 38.
First time this game so far that Blackhawk will be behind the chains. We'll see if they make any play calling type changes or if they continue to rely on their run game right now.
Upper River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. 2nd and 14 from the 38-yard line. One receiver to each side of the formation. The backs are split in the backfield again. Play fake to Paquin. Now finds Bryce Van Ralt on the left side across the 40. Still on his feet near the 50-yard line and taken down just across the 50 at the 49-yard line in Iowa Grant territory. Great play-action bootleg setting up Bryce Van Ralt to get open on the far side. And a much more manageable third down for Blackhawk Warren. It'll be about 3rd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, very nice play design there by Blackhawk, using their passing game timely, as we said earlier in the pregame.
Yeah, the offensive line for Blackhawk Warren really setting the pace and the tempo so far. One receiver to each side again. Same split back look that the Warriors have run so far. Under center, and Burgett goes in motion from the left side. Burgett sets up as a wingback on the right side and give to Paquin, and Paquin, I think he got forward progress enough for the first down, and the far side official agrees. It's a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty for Blackhawk Warren. And the first down, needed 2, got 3. 1st and 10, Blackhawk Warren at the IG 47.
Iowa Grant's defensive line there stood up and almost got him to be a little bit short, but just barely got the first down.
West End Salvage of Lancaster, see Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball spotted in the middle of the field at the 47-yard line in IG territory. Burgett in motion again from the left side of the formation. Ponder bouncing it to the left side on the quarterback keeper, and he is tackled just shy of the 40-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards on the play for the quarterback. Bo Podner had the rushing touchdown for Blackhawk Warren earlier in the game. 8-0 our score, just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Podner's doing a good job running this offense so far. He's a nice little shifty quarterback so far, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, Coach Desi Braden mentioning in pregame that this is one of the more athletic teams that he's coached. You obviously have toughness and speed and things like that, but the shiftiness of Podner so far is definitely showing that. They say he stepped out at the 42-yard line, so only a gain of 5. 2nd and 5, and a give to Paik. Went up the middle and up the gut, still on his feet. Churning those legs, getting across the 35-yard line. The ball's loose, and Iowa Grant comes away with the football. Panthers coming back the other way across the 40 and being tackled down just shy of the 30-yard line. The ball ripped out of the hands by number 62. Or 63, beg your pardon, who I don't have listed on the program.
Well, good play by him regardless.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, great job.
Yeah, that is the Lancaster Dental and Fenimore Smiles turnover. So a fumble.
Looks like it's Kellen Mumm for Iowa Grant, number 62.
All right, so Kellen Mumm with the fumble recovery and a big opportunity for Iowa Grant in Blackhawk Warren territory, 3:46 to play. In the first quarter, quick pass to the far side by Hinderman and just out of the reach of Landon Friesen, but a Pink's penalty flag flies from the far side of the field.
Looks like we got offensive pass interference.
So they say Landon Friesen pushed off. So a 10-yard penalty, and it will remain first down. First Pink's penalty against Iowa Grant. On the afternoon, Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Also by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. 1st and 20 for the Iowa Grant Panthers. Again, that was a really weird-looking play, Brad. I thought he was stood up, and then all of a sudden I see an Iowa Grant player coming down the near sideline with the football.
Yeah, I was getting ready to write down the stats, and all of a sudden the guys are going the wrong other way. I was like, what the heck happened?
2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left, a wing back on the right side, going in motion from right to left as Hinderman takes a snap out of the pistol. Pass over the middle, caught by Friesen inside the 35-yard line, and he is gang tackled immediately. Bo Podner, the first one there to make the hit, and sets up 2nd and about 11, close to the original line of scrimmage at the, we'll say the 34-yard line.
Hinderman and Friesen have a nice connection so far.
Have 2 receivers to each side of the formation again. One back in the backfield out of the pistol for Hinderman, and quick pass to Lundell on the far side, and Lundell is spun down immediately after the catch. Tackle made by number 5.
Burgett on the tackle.
Jackson Burgett. And sets up 3rd and about 5. As they are inside the 30-yard line at about the 27, we'll call it. Panthers come out with a trips formation, bunched tight to the left side of the formation. Lundell, the lone receiver, to the right. Pump fakes to the right side, now fires down the middle, open receiver, and Hinderman overshoots Lundell. Down the far sideline, it was a great play fake, great design, but the pass off target incomplete, sets up 4th down.
Yep, Iowa Grant got exactly what they wanted there. They had the wide receiver open. Hinderman just overthrew him just by a bit.
And we'll see what the Panthers decide to draw up on 4th down. 4th and 4 with 2:30 to play in the first quarter. 8-0 Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant. Panthers come out with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lundell, the lone receiver, to the right side of the formation. Hinderman in the pistol. Albin goes in motion from the left side, and receiver to the right side, and just out of the reach of Sam Lundell. Pass is broken up and incomplete. Turnover on downs, and Blackhawk Warren takes over at their own 27-yard line.
Another good play design there from Iowa Grant. They're just unable to successfully complete it.
So 2:22 remaining in quarter number 1. 8-0 Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant on our Grant Regional Health Center. People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 1st and 10 for Blackhawk Warren on the far side of the field at the 28-yard line. And a pitch out to the far side to Paquin, and Paquin shifting through traffic and gets tackled down across the 40-yard line. Another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for the Warriors. And they will spot the football about the 41-yard line. Nice game there by Paquin.
Yeah, kind of a late pitch there. Podner actually was up the field about 3 or 4 yards before he pitched it back.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 8-0 Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant. 1st and 10. 2 backs split in the backfield. 1 receiver to each side of the formation. And Podner's going to get to Paquin again. And Paquin off the left side cuts back to the middle of the field across the 45 and gets tackled at about the 48-yard line. Another nice run that time. And the Blackhawk Warren offensive line just pushing Iowa Grant back. Not a lot of resistance there by the defensive line for the Panthers.
Yeah, Iowa Grant's going to have to find some way to wear down this Blackhawk offensive line, which is a tough task. Blackhawks offensive line is generally pretty good, as we've seen in the last few years.
Yeah, the Warriors are ranked number 3 in the state for a reason and undefeated at a perfect 4-0 mark coming into this game. 1 receiver to each side of the formation again, same split back look. Under center, going to get to Woodruff, and Woodruff turning the legs and taking 4 or 5 Panthers to finally wrestle him down at the 45-yard line in Iowa Grant territory. Another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for Blackhawk Warren, their second of this drive.
Yeah, you're going to have to gang tackle Blackhawk. You're not going to be able to bring him down just one. Iowa Grant's got to be able to swarm to the ball and bring down the ball carrier.
Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to the tri-state area's homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. 1st and 10 for Blackhawk Warren at the Iowa Grant 45-yard line. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field. Split back look again. Burgett goes in motion from the left side of the formation. He sets up on the right side slot. Fakes to Paquin. Now open receiver downfield, and Bryce Van Ralt able to corral it inside the 15-yard line to about the 13. A kind of bobble catch, but able to haul it in, and it's 1st and 10 in the Bitech green zone for Blackhawk Warren. At about the 13-yard line, they're going to say he was down at the 15, so a gain of 30 on the play, and the Warriors go to the line of scrimmage quickly. 1 receiver to each side again. Podner under center. And a Pinks penalty flag as someone got a head start, false start against Blackhawk Warren. Moving back 5. Our penalties today brought to you by Pinks Automotive. And that will move the football just outside the Bitech green zone, outside the 20-yard line. Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see if Blackhawk Warren gets one more play in. Warriors go under center. Podner will get the snap and gives to Paquin. Paquin inside the 15 and gets tackled down just shy of the 10-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. And through 1, Blackhawk Warren leads Iowa Grant 8-0, and the Warriors knocking on the door of getting in the end zone a second time. We'll bring in the second quarter coming up after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Back to school means fresh starts, and Green Star Cleaning is making September shine with their back to school special. Book 2 rooms of carpet cleaning, and the 3rd room is free. Freshen up your furniture with their sofa and love seat special for just $199. Don't forget your dryer vent. It's only $79 this month only. Green Star Cleaning serves the entire tri-state area, helping to make your home a cleaner, healthier living space. Offers good through September. Call 608-778-4373 and follow Green Star Cleaning on Facebook.
In Game 3.
Great Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Laley Center, Monroe. It is 2nd and 7 for Blackhawk Warren at the 12-yard line as the Warriors go under center, and Podner is going to keep it, but a Pink's penalty flag. I don't think this play is going to count. And I think another false start against the Warriors.
Yeah, I thought somebody got a head start going on that one.
Yep, another false start, another 5-yard Pink's penalty for Blackhawk Warren. 2 seconds off the clock here in the second quarter, 8-0. Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant. Melody Hawkins of Exit Professional Real Estate in Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business. For all of your real estate needs, Melody Hawkins, Exit Professional Real Estate in Monroe. So 2nd and 12 from the 17-yard line. 2 back split in the backfield again. Podner under center. Podner going to get to Paquin, bouncing it off the right side and still on his feet, and then finally taken down just shy of the 10-yard line. Get him at least 5. Should be about 3rd and about 7 to go for Blackhawk Warren with 11:42 to play in the second, up 8-0.
Looks like they put it the ball right at the 10, so I give them a 7 on that one.
Looks good to me. It's kind of a weird angle that we have now in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. One receiver to each side. Burgett lined up to the right. Paquin and Woodruff split in the backfield. Burgett goes in motion from the right side to the left, and Podner going to keep it after faking inside, has some room, and finds the end zone for a Northland Buildings touchdown. Bo Podner with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and that is rushing touchdown number 8 for him on the season. Blackhawk Warren stretches their lead 14-0 with 11:10 to play in the second quarter.
Podner held the fake there and then followed his lineman and just kind of hid a little bit behind his offensive lineman. It was maybe a little bit hard to see him, and then found his way in the end zone.
This one from 10 yards out. And now the Warriors are lining up for the 2-point conversion. One receiver to the left. Receiver Burgett tight to the right side of the formation. Podner under center, and Podner fakes to Woodruff, rolling to his right, looking for someone to pass to. Fires a heave into the back of the end zone, and Van Ralt pulls it down for the 2-point conversion. Bryce Van Ralt using a basketball box out to essentially pull down the pass towards the back of the end zone, and Blackhawk Warren now up 16-0 on Iowa Grant with 11:10 to play in the second quarter.
I will give Iowa Grant credit on that play. They had very good coverage, and they were getting pressure on Podner. Before he was able to throw it, the play just lasted a little bit too long, and Iowa Grant lost track of the wide receiver there for the 2-point conversion.
So 16-0 our score with 11:10 to play in the second quarter. Iowa Grant set to receive, working from left to right, as we see from the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Our game today brought to you by Mount City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to see equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. By Infinite Foam of Montfort, specializing in spray foam installation projects, residential, agricultural, and commercial. They'll keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Adam at Infinite Foam today at 608-553-1306. By Moen's Milk Service of Montfort. Moen's has been hauling quality milk with quality service in Grant and Iowa County since 1974. When you want quality, it comes from Moen's Milk Service of Montfort. Blackhawk Warren has the ball teed up. As we'll see if it's either Dunlavy or Van Ralt who will kick it away, and it'll be Bryce Van Ralt getting this one away, but a Pink's penalty flag as someone got across early, I think, for Blackhawk Warren. Legal procedure against the Warriors. So back him up 5 yards. Pilling Electric Service in Montfort, your trusted experts for everything electric and pump services. Check them out on Facebook, Pilling Electric Service. They'll keep the lights on for you. And by Community First Bank, for the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. So Dunleavy and Van Ralt both get the signal. And Van Ralt will kick this one away from their own 35-yard line. Will be fielded by Lundell at about the 22. Lundell with the seam over the middle, but gets tripped up just shy of the 40-yard line. Looks like he got to about the 37 or so. And now IG looking to find some offense as they had to punt it away on their first two drives. And then the third drive, they turned it over on downs.
If he didn't get tripped up there, he might have been running for quite a while because there was a lot of green open space in front of him.
11:06 to play in quarter number 2. Blackhawk Warren 16, Iowa Grant nothing. Panthers now working from left to right as we see from the Ears Furniture broadcast booth. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Altman, the running back for Iowa Grant, as Brock Hinderman takes a snap, looking to his left, fires a pass downfield. One-on-one coverage, and the pass is broken up and incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Shane Wand.
Got a flag on the play.
And a Pink's penalty flag in the backfield, might be in the area of holding. And they're going to say roughing the passer on Blackhawk Warren. Boy, Blackhawk Warren getting a number of Pink's penalties here so far this afternoon. That's kind of given Iowa Grant a few more opportunities. Granted, Iowa Grant hasn't fully capitalized on them, but giving IG more opportunities, that's not going to do you any good.
Yeah, especially with the style Iowa Grant likes to play of spreading them out, giving them more plays and more opportunities, just going to wear down Blackhawks defense a little bit more.
Northland Buildings for a quality Northland building built tough of the Northland. Contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. And by Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, powering our audio stream, Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. So that will make it 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line in Blackhawk Warren territory. Ball on the far side, hash mark. Hinderman out of the shotgun. Quick pass near side, caught by Lundell at about the 38-yard line. Lundell escapes one defender, still on his feet, shifting from left to right, and finally wrestled down inside the 35-yard line to about the 33. Great move there by Sam Lundell, getting the catch, shaking away from one defender, and it took 3 Blackhawk Warren defenders to finally bring him down.
Yeah, you can definitely see why Iowa Grant likes to get out their skilled playmakers. Like they're very shifty and very quick.
Another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for Iowa Grant. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and a back in the backfield. That's Cole Schoaf. Hinderman dropping back to pass, trying to roll to his left, but he is wrestled down in the backfield by number 70, Cole Dunleavy. A Subs.com sack. Hinderman a little slow to get up, but his teammates will bring him to his feet, gets sacked back at about the 42-yard line. And a timeout for Iowa Grant, and I assume it's either an injury or an equipment thing for Iowa Grant.
I think it's an injury to try to get Hinderman off the field here.
Yep, so quarterback Brock Hinderman now on the IG sideline, and that will bring in number 6, Hayden Altman. Looks like he will line up at quarterback for this play at least. Panthers come out with 2 receivers to the left. Beg your pardon, 3 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. 5 wide receiver set. Altman with the snap. Quick pass over the middle, caught by Lundell inside the 35-yard line to about the 33, back to the original line of scrimmage. And that sets up 3rd and about 10 to go for Iowa Grant as we are at 9:37 and counting in the second quarter. Blackhawk Warren 16, Iowa Grant nothing.
Iowa Grant's got a lot of trust in their quarterbacks. Brought in the backup QB and let him throw the ball.
Yep, they go with a 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Slot receiver on the right side goes in motion. Altman loads up, fires the pass over the middle. Caught by Friesen inside the 20-yard line. Shifts away from one defender, still on his feet. And finally, 2 Warriors bring him down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Gain of 20 on the play. 1st and 10 for Iowa Grant in the Bitech green zone for the first time this afternoon. And they go to the line quickly.
Hinderman
Hinderman
is
back
back
in the
in.
game. Yep. Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hinderman with the snap, looking right, and the pass is incomplete. Dangerous pass that time as the receiver wasn't expecting the pass, and it was, I believe, number 14, Jacob Woodruff there on the coverage. Nearly came away with a pick, but it will be 2nd down and 10 for Iowa Grant at the 13-yard line.
Iowa Grant's got a good drive going here. Let's see if they can capitalize on it with a touchdown.
Play number 6 of the drive coming up here. Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Hinderman with a 5 wide receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Hinderman waiting for the snap. Gets it here, looks left, fires a pass to the left side. It is caught by number 14, and he is into the end zone for a Northland Buildings touchdown. That's Grant Rickard on the touchdown reception, and Iowa Grant is on the board, 16-6 with 8:50 to play in quarter number 2. And the Panthers, we'll see what they do here. They line up for 1 or if they're going to go for 2. Looks like they will go for 2. Panthers going for the point and flush 2-point conversion. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Passing touchdown number 14 for Hinderman on the season. Hinderman with the snap, looks to his left, looks to the flat. Pass is caught, but short of the goal line by Sam Lundell, so the 2-point conversion is no good, and our score remains Blackhawk Warren 16, Iowa Grant 6 with 8:50 to play in the second quarter. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
For the past 70 years, Grant Regional Health Center has been more than a hospital. We've been your neighbors, your caregivers, your support in life's biggest moments. From welcoming new life to standing strong in times of need, we've grown with you because of you. As we celebrate our 70th anniversary, we remain committed to our communities and what matters most, exceptional local care for you. Grant Regional Health Center, celebrating 70 years of caring for our communities.
Trade out and trade up with the Gia Milking Performance promotion at Fuller's Milker Center. For a limited time, trade out your old milking units and liners and immediately benefit by trading up to a better milking performance at substantial savings. Choose from the Gia IQ milking unit or the classic 300E milking unit, both available with a GQ liner package. Plus, save if you need to swap Jetter cups too. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your Gia dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to find out how you can save big trading out and trading up on new Gia milking equipment technology.
In Game 4.
Kickoff return for Blackhawk Warren by Jackson Burgett brings it out to about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Blackhawk Warren, leading 16-6 with 8:44 to play in the second quarter. Tyler Dictanis and Brad Adams with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Same split backfield. Paquin going in motion from right to left, and a give to Woodruff, and Woodruff off the left side has a lot of room and gets about 15 yards on the carry. Looks like he'll be tackled at about the 49-yard line, so a gain of 14 on the play, and it will be 1st and 10 for Blackhawk Warren as the beat goes on for the Warriors, having a lot of success running the football early on.
Yeah, the offensive line for Blackhawk is right now dominating Iowa Grant's defensive line and being able to open up holes for these running backs to get through.
2 receivers out to the left side of the formation. That's Shane Wan, number 4, and Jackson Burgett, number 5. Same split back look as Woodruff goes in motion from left to right. And they're going to give to Paquin, and Paquin up the middle, still on his feet across the 50 and the 45 before being tackled down at about the 43. Doesn't matter where Iowa Grant or where Blackhawk Warren is running, the Warriors having a lot of success running the ball in between the guards, the tackles, even to the outside. A lot of success here for the Warriors in that offensive line, doing a ton of work so far.
Yeah, this is kind of the typical Blackhawk team we've seen over the last few years. Their offensive line being pretty dominating of teams and being able to run whenever they want and get whatever they want.
WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. 2nd and about 3 for the Warriors. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Bo Podner Fakes inside and decides to keep it, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and still on his feet across the 40 and just shy of the 30-yard line. Somehow, someway able to keep those legs turning in another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for Blackhawk Warren. They say he's at the 31-yard line, gain of 12 on the play.
You know, Tom, I'm not sure that he didn't kind of fumble that ball and kind of catch it off the fumble. It kind of looked like there was a little miscommunication between the running back and Podner there, and Podner just kind of came away with the ball. It looked like it was bouncing around a little bit there.
Ball spotted right in the middle of the field at the 31-yard line. 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Blackhawk Warren 16, Iowa Grant 6. Podner under center for the Warriors. One receiver out to the left side, one to the right, and Podner trying to bounce it to the left side on a quarterback option. Nice stutter step there and able to get some additional room. Stop shy of the 20-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards on the play. Should be second and about 2 to go. Looks like they'll spot it at the 22-yard line, so actually we'll call it a gain of 9. Second and 1 coming up for the Warriors. Podner about to go under center. Woodruff to the left. Bakewind to the right. Bakewind going in motion from right to left. And Podner going to give to Woodruff, and Woodruff off the left tackle surges forward for another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. And the Warriors are back in the Bitech green zone, a greener way. Bitech Resource Management of Monroe. Looks like they will spot the football at the 15-yard line.
First and 10 from the 15.
Like we've said, Blackhawks offensive line is doing a great job staying low. If you were just to look at Iowa Grant's defensive line, there's a pretty big size differential here. Iowa Grant's got some big size up there, but Blackhawk is able to control them still.
Play number 6 of this drive coming up here for the Warriors. First and 10 at the 15-yard line, near side hash mark. Berg going in motion from left to right. Podner under center. Looking for some room on the outside. On the keeper, bounces it to the right side, shakes away from one defender, and gets tackled inside the 5-yard line, and that should be enough for a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down, and it will be first and goal for Blackhawk Warren inside the 5-yard line.
On the tackle. First and goal from the 4.
And it will be at the 4-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play for Podner.
The athleticism is certainly showing up for Blackhawk here as well in the running game. It's not just a power running game. It's getting out on the outside and being shifty, and they're looking really good right now.
Podner back under center. Back split in the backfield, and Podner going to give back to Woodruff, and Woodruff on the second effort finds the end zone for Northland Buildings. Touchdown. Nice run there by Jacob Woodruff. Rushing touchdown number 6 for him on the season, first of this game, and Blackhawk Warren stretches the lead 22-6 with 4:53 to play in the second quarter.
22 for Blackhawk Warren.
Blackhawks got a 3-headed monster right now in the backfield, and they're all doing their part in today's game. They're all very similar in yardage so far.
I feel like we say that year after year for Blackhawk Warren. Whether it's the quarterback or the 2 backs in the backfield, a number of different options for the Warriors to go with. And now the 2-point conversion. And a
Podner.
fake, and Podner all alone. Everyone bit on the fake inside to Woodruff, and Podner found the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it's Blackhawk Warren 24, Iowa Grant 6 with 4:53 to play until halftime.
Blackhawk able to answer Iowa Grant's score there. We'll see if Iowa Grant can come back and answer again and see if they can follow up their successful last offensive drive with another one here.
Yeah, the Warriors will receive the second half kickoff as well, so this is a key drive for Iowa Grant if they want to have a chance in this game. Our game today brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Now, my Russell office is here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin. Russell Law offices. By Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Blackhawk Warren 24, Iowa Grant 6, 4:53 to go in quarter number 2 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Kickoff will take a bounce inside the 20 and roll inside the 10 before Lundell picks it up on the far side of the field. Lundell Makes a nice jump cut on the far side and gets run out of bounds outside the 30-yard line. And curious where they're going to spot the football. It looks like it's going to be just shy of the 25 to about the 23.
Yep. That kickoff is probably exactly what NFL teams are looking for currently.
Right.
Got it down to within like the 5-yard line and just stopped dead right there.
Yeah, there's no landing zone in high school football quite yet. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Brock Hinderman back in the game out of the shotgun. His running back Koshoff lined up to his left, now switches to the right side. Hinderman dropping back to pass, looks to his left, fires to the far side, and the pass is incomplete. Good coverage by Jackson Burgett, the intended receiver, number 14, Grant Rickard, who had the touchdown reception on the previous drive for IG. 2nd and 10. Game also brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. 4:44 left in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for Iowa Grant at their own 23-yard line. Far side hash mark. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now the tight end going in motion from right to left. Quick pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Iowa Grant probably kind of lucky that was not picked off and walked in for a pick 6.
Yeah, I tried to see which player it was that jumped up, and I think it was number 58, Spencer Hayes Scadam. Got his paw on that one. Sets up 3rd and 10, and again with 4:36 left, this is a key 3rd down for Iowa Grant. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hinderman out of the pistol. Kolshoff, the running back, lined up right behind him. Hinderman barking out the signals. Takes a snap, dropping back, looking to his right, pump fakes, and is taken down immediately in the backfield by Cole Dunlavy. Coming out from the blind side, and Hinderman just could not see him coming. A Subs.com sack results in a loss of yardage, and it's 4th down for Iowa Grant.
Blackhawks defensive line was able to get pressure almost instantly. I'm almost wondering if Iowa Grant's offensive line isn't dealing with some injuries or tiredness now, as it looks like there's some new players on the Iowa Grant's offensive line.
And an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Iowa Grant as well on top of it. Didn't see the Pink's penalty flag fly until at the very end, so it looks like the play's going to stand, and it's going to be 4th and long for Iowa Grant, and now they have to punt out of their own end zone.
I'm wondering if wasn't called on Hinderman, and it seemed like he might have spiked the ball in frustration there after taking that sack.
Treaton Leiffelholtz set to punt it away for Iowa Grant. Jackson Burgett back deep to return. And Leiffelholtz gets this one sky high, a spiral punt, and will be fielded by Burgett at the 41-yard line. And this will be returned along the near sideline, across the 20, and knocked out of bounds along the near sideline. But a number of Pink's penalty flags coming in, as that's actually number 6, Joe Ketchpaw, on the punt return. And we'll see if this play is going to stand or not. If it's against Iowa Grant, I'm almost inclined to just take the result and keep it there. But
yeah, I think if it's on Iowa Grant, you'd definitely just keep the play. But looks like it might be on Blackhawk here.
So it's a holding penalty that's going to be declined in the blindside block that will be assessed, and I believe that means it's an automatic 1st down for Iowa Grant. That's a big penalty. So the Iowa Grant offense,
I think it's Blackhawks ball still.
Oh, it is Blackhawks ball. Okay. I thought that was going to be an automatic 1st down for Iowa Grant, but it's Blackhawk Warren's ball.
Yeah, the block would have been after the change of possession there.
So 4:20 to play. And the ball spotted at the Iowa Grant 28-yard line. Bo Podder under center. Bakeland going in motion from right to left. Fakes it to the left side, now rolling to his right. And fakes it, and the ball is loose on the turf, but Podder able to pick it up, and they're actually going to say it's an incomplete pass. That's your classic Tom Brady tuck rule. Kind of passed that time, and they say it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Blackhawk Warren with 4:15 to play until halftime.
Would have been a heck of a pass to himself off the ground there, though.
Yeah, it looks like a broken play. It looked like he tried to hand it off to the left. The running back went to the right and tried to make something happen and passed it downfield, but looked like it was more of a spike instead. Yeah. Breckler Insurance Group, for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Podner once again under center, both backs in the backfield. A fake to Woodruff, and Podner can't escape treating Leiffelholtz as Leiffelholtz brings Podner down for a Subs.com sack. And now 3rd and long for Blackhawk Warren. A rare time for Blackhawk Warren to be behind the sticks, as they've had a lot of success running the football, but now got to come up with a long yardage play here on 3rd and about 15 to go.
One of the rare times we've seen Iowa Grant's defensive line be able to get some penetration there, and great tackle by Treat and Leiffelholtz there to bring him down in the backfield.
3rd and long from the 34-yard line. They have to get it inside the 20 for a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Partner pitches it out to Woodruff. Woodruff had some room on the outside, and he's going to be tackled by Cole Schoaf at about the 29-yard line, but there is a Pinks penalty flag in the Blackhawk Warren backfield.
I think it's going to be another hold.
And it's a legal block in the back, and they're going to decline the penalty and take the result, which will make it 4th and about 12 to go. With 3:27 left in the second quarter, Blackhawk Warren 24, Iowa Grant 6. Panthers looking for a big defensive stop here. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts as well. But the Panthers, you don't get very many opportunities like this against a team like Blackhawk Warren. You got to capitalize on them here, and the Warriors will come to the line of scrimmage with the split backfield, 2 receivers, 1 to each side, and a timeout taken by Iowa Grant. Iowa Grant spends one of their timeouts here with 3:09 to play until halftime, 24-6. Blackhawk Warren leading the Iowa Grant Panthers. Our game today brought to you by Burnham Lumber and Rui. See Burnham Lumber for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential projects. Burnham Lumber in Rui. And by Sullivan Auctioneers and Big Iron Realty. If you have livestock, farmland, or buildings to sell, call Daryl Kraft. Visit BigIron.com to learn more. Rosemeyer Wealth Management will design a plan specific to your retirement goals. The experts at Rosemeyer Management will answer all of your questions, even if you don't know what questions to ask. Check out their website at rosemeyermg.com. Les Mack Automotive in Lancaster, whether it's Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Ford, you can count on over 50 years of trusted hometown service, because at Les Mack, you always get more from less. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Ginger and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, their guided upland bird and waterfowl hunts with friends and family will create memories that'll last forever. Make your best shot with Point and Flush Sportsman's Club in Potosi. So 4th down and 11 for Blackhawk Warren.
Looks like we got a little bit of a light rain potentially right now.
From the 29-yard line, Podner fakes now, rolls to his left, fires down the field, and it's caught by Van Ralt along the sideline and had the right angle. Was he in the end zone, though? He's giving the signal that it's a touchdown, and they say...
Looks like it was a touchdown.
A Northland Buildings touchdown for Bryce Van Ralt. Able to get the right angle and just got it in the pylon along the near sideline. Our new score, 30-6. Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant. And the point and flush 2-point conversion coming up here. First touchdown reception for Bryce Van Ralt on the game. He's had a number of big plays so far today in the passing game for Blackhawk Warren. His Podner is under center again as Jackson Burgett going in motion from left to right. And Podner lost the football. Ball's on the turf, able to pick it up and escapes one, escapes another, rolling to his right, trying to pass it downfield. And a Pinks penalty flag in the backfield, and finally wrestled out of bounds on the far side. There were a number of Blackhawk Warren players in the corner of the end zone waving, throw me the ball, but what's the Pinks penalty flag? another blindside block against Blackhawk Warren, and since the two-point conversion is no good, they'll just decline the penalty and keep the score 30-6 with 2:58 to play in the second quarter. What a wild sequence we just had there.
Yeah, that was very interesting to watch there, and if Podner was able to get that in the end zone somehow, that would have been one of the plays of the year to watch.
That's a classic, like, backyard, recess football kind of thing that was drawn up there, but heck of an effort, just unable to haul it in. And as you said, looks like we do have some rain in the area. We can start seeing the raindrops coming down a little bit more clearly now, but no lightning or anything like we did last night.
Yeah, hopefully that lightning can stay away.
Blackhawk Warren 30, Iowa Grant 6, 2:58 to play in the second quarter on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. Tyler Dictanis and Brad Adams with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Fun homecoming game on a Saturday afternoon. Coming up at halftime, we'll check in on the shoebox scoreboard. We'll see how awful the Badgers were, as the kickoff is going to be fielded by Cole Schoaf just outside the 20-yard line, and he brings it out to the 32, and that's where the Iowa Grant Panthers will set up shop on offense. And, with the rain now, too, that makes it a little more interesting for the IG passing attack, and they still hold on to the football with the rain and everything coming on here.
Yeah, good thing about Iowa Grant's pass game so far that I've noticed is it's a lot of quick hitters and short passes, and then every once in a while to take a shot downfield. So they shouldn't be too affected by this rain, I want to think, but it'll be something to watch here.
Three receivers to the right side, one to the left, and the running back Cole Schoaf to the left side of Brock Hinderman out of the shotgun. Hinderman takes a snap. It's a low snap and a pitch back, but Schoaf wasn't expecting it. The ball's still loose on the turf, and it is recovered by Iowa Grant. Or no, they say it's Blackhawk Warren football. The fumble recovered by number 58, Spencer Hayes-Scadam, and now the Panthers falling apart in the late minutes here in the second quarter. 2:48 left. Blackhawk Warren football leading 30-6.
And not what you're looking for as we're getting closer to halftime here for your Iowa Grant. Now they just got to hopefully get a stop here and stay somewhat in the game.
First and 10 for Blackhawk Warren, an instant change as Podner under center. Fakes inside, now trying to bounce it to the left. Pitches back to Paquin, and Paquin inside the 20 and wrestled down at about the 15-yard line as he and looks like Treat and Leifelholtz trying to wrestle for the football. But the Warriors are inside the Bike Tech green zone with 2:30 to play until halftime. Blackhawk Warren with all three of their timeouts. Iowa Grant with two.
Potter does a good job of running this option. He likes to hang on to it about till the last possible second before he pitches it.
Closing in on 2:10 to play until halftime. 2nd and 2 for the Warriors. Near side hash mark. Paquin and Woodruff split in the backfield. Podner with the snap. Rolling to his right. Now cuts it back into a pack of Panthers, and he has wrestled down near the line of scrimmage as Altman and Leifelholtz team up to make the tackle. And it will be 3rd and short with a minute 42 and counting in the second quarter. Still 30-6. Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant.
Ball at the 13-yard line.
Game today brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
They did give Blackhawk the first down on that run.
So 1st and 10 as Potter keeps it on the left side, has some room, tiptoeing the sideline, and he gets it inside the pylon for a Northland Buildings touchdown.
His 3rd of the game.
Bo Podner rushing touchdown number 3 of the game, and Blackhawk Warren stretches the lead 36-6 with 1:09 to play in the first half.
Podner had a wall of blockers in front of him. Very hard to get to him when there's that many people out in front blocking for him as well as they are.
13-yard touchdown run for Podner. And he goes back under center for the 2-point conversion. The point and flush 2-point attempt. Fakes inside, now throwing it across his body to Van Ralt, and he pulls it in for the 2-point conversion. So it's 38-6. Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant with 1:09 to play in the second quarter.
If you're Blackhawk, you're very happy with how these last few minutes have gone here before halftime. If you're Iowa Grant, there's a little more out there wishing that could have been done, and hopefully let's see if they can make a quick drive here and get back in this game.
Yeah, the passing attack for Iowa Grant is kind of predicated on those big explosive plays, and you would imagine that they might try to draw something up as far down as you are, down by 32, try to make something happen.
Yeah, especially with
minute 9.
Especially with Blackhawk getting the ball to start the second half, too. It's kind of important for them to at least try to get down there and get a score before halftime.
Our game today brought to you by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. And by Pinks Automotive in Lancaster and Good News Garage in Platteville, they have certified technicians, equipment, and experience to keep your vehicle in top running condition. Cole Dunleavy and Bryce Van Ralt lined up to tee it up as Blackhawk Warren going with a pair of kickers where both will run up and only one will kick the ball. Van Ralt's really been the kicker in the second quarter so far. And Van Ralt will kick this one away, and it's an end-over-end kick that will be fielded at about the 23-yard line. This one brought out to the 32 before a gang of Warriors getting up to make the tackle, and the Pinks penalty flag comes in after the return. The returnman that time is number 18, Aiden Silvers, but we'll check the penalty. So it's a personal foul penalty on Blackhawk Warren. And that gives Iowa Grant a free 15 yards. Sets up 1st and 10 with 1:03 and 2 timeouts.
If you are Blackhawk, even with how well this game has gone, though, they got to start cutting down on these penalties. These penalties are adding up very quickly for them.
So at the 47-yard line, 1:03 to go until halftime. Panthers line up with 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Brock Hinderman out of the shotgun. It's a low snap, dropping back to pass. Quick pass to the near side, caught by Schoaf at the 50-yard line, tiptoes the sideline and knocked out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. At Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty, first down for Iowa Grant.
Down to the 33, is gain of 16.
To the 33-yard line.
About to the 33-yard line, as Brad said. 2 receivers to each side of the formation with 56 seconds left. Iowa Grant trying to put it in the end zone one more time before the halftime break. Hinderman in the pistol. Low snap again, dropping back to pass, looking to his left, now over the middle. It's caught by Friesen inside the 30-yard line. Gets a pick on the near side and tiptoeing the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Iowa Grant, and a timeout taken.
Looks like down maybe to the 6-yard line.
Taken by Blackhawk Warren. Boy, that was a heck of an effort there by Sam Friesen, or Landon Friesen, beg your pardon. And looks like the ball is at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for Iowa Grant. Blackhawk Warren spending a timeout here with 48 seconds left to play until halftime. 38-6 is our score, but Iowa Grant on the march. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And by Subs.com, fuel your fitness journey with a wide selection of products from a locally owned company. Visit their Fenimore, Dubuque, and Platteville locations and at Subs.com. Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles. Get the smile you want and the health you deserve. Learn more at lencdent.com. Bouse Electric. Call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Millie's Diner in Dickeyville, where everything is homemade, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Check out their menu and daily specials on Facebook. First and goal for Iowa Grant at the 6-yard line, near side hash mark. One receiver to the right, one to the left, two tight ends along the line. Hinterman going to give to Altman, and Altman spins away from one defender but gets tackled inside the 5 to about the 4. As the clock continues to run, we're at 35 seconds and counting. Iowa Grant with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They're not inclined to use them, and they're not running to the line of scrimmage quickly.
They're taking their time here.
Rickard, the lone receiver, split out wide to the left. Friesen and Lundell to the right side. Passes down low, or snap I should say, and a quick pass to Altman. And Altman stutter steps and gets across the goal line for a Northland Buildings touchdown.
I guess that is why they were taking their time. They felt pretty confident in that play call.
Leaves 9 seconds left on the clock, and the new score is 38-12. Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant, but the Panthers set to line up for the 2-point conversion. A Northland Buildings touchdown for the Panthers. And now for the 2-point conversion, 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Hinterman out of the shotgun. Hinterman with the snap. Quick pass on the slant and finds Lundell for the 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion is good.
It's kind of drive Iowa Grant needed there. They were able to drive down the field very quickly there, and with some quick pass plays and some good yards after the catch, and got them a little bit back more in this ball game as we head into halftime.
Yep, so with 9 seconds remaining in the half, it's 38-14. Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant and Six Rivers Conference Football on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Football Today brought to you by Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full-service repair on cars and light trucks, too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best in Fenimore. Once we get to halftime, we'll bring you the McNutt Electric halftime report. We'll also get you our Millie's Diner halftime fix. A number of things for both teams to work on and bring out into the second half. As Iowa Grant has the ball teed up, Treaton Leiffelholtz set to kick it away. As it's Ketchpaw and Jackson Burgett back deep to return for the Warriors, and an end over and kick will be fielded by Jackson Burgett inside the 20-yard line. Burgett brings it out across the 20, now to the 30 far side, 40. One defender to beat, and Leiffelholtz, the last one there to make the stop, gets him out of bounds at about the 47-yard line with 1 second left.
Just 1 second remaining here in the second quarter.
If you're Blackhawk, do you take one long shot here towards the end zone, or are you content with this and go into halftime? We're going to find out here pretty quick.
Yeah, the Warriors are going to receive the ball to begin the second half. I almost wonder if Coach Braden says take a knee. We got some things to talk about because there have been a number of pinks penalties and some miscues for Blackhawk Warren to get through despite a very positive ledger on the scoreboard. But Bo Podner will go under center. 2 backs split in the backfield. 1 receiver out to the right side, and Podner fakes back. Now rolling to his left. Gets away from 1 defender. A Pinks penalty flag, and 3 Panthers converge to make the tackle as Altman was the first one there, but we'll see what the Pinks penalty flag is. It's a hold against Blackhawk Warren. The penalty will be declined, and that will be the end of the first half. Through 1 half of play, 38-14, Blackhawk Warren leading the Iowa Grant Panthers, and we'll bring you the McNutt Electric halftime report coming up next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 5.
Halftime at Blackhawk High School in South Wayne. It is 38-14. Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant at Six Rivers football on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our McNett Electric halftime report comes your way after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Halftime, 3 minutes.
Show your school spirit with every swipe. People's State Bank offers debit cards featuring your local school's mascot. And now through September 30th, you can upgrade for 50% off. Even better, $5 from your card fee goes right back to your school. It's an easy way to support your team and look good doing it. Visit any People's State Bank location to upgrade your debit card today. Iowa sales tax may apply to fees and service charges. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula? No. Coffee? No.
So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo? Absolutely not.
Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Be first in line for 2026 Brewers season tickets available now. Secure the best seats in the house at the best rates of the season and get a 2025 regular season Brewers game free. Plus, fuller half-season plans of 2 or more seats get a custom Brewers starter jacket. Learn more at brewers.com/season tickets.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
St. Vincent de Paul Dubuque invites you to the 2025 Run Ride Walk, Saturday, September 27th at Heritage Pond. Registration at 9, races at 10. Choose a 5K runner walk, a 5-mile runner walk, or 3 scenic bike routes. Lunch by Kramer's Meats. Every dollar raised stays here. Thanks to Command Security Solutions, Knights of Columbus Council 15813, Spawn and Rose, Sisters of the Presentation, Monastery Candy, Flower Manufacturing, and 100+ Men Who Care. Sign up today for the 2025 Run Ride Walk at svdpdubuqueiowa.org.
Halftime, 3 minutes.
Daughter of David Legler and Lucas Steets, son of Lucas and Becky Steets. Our junior representatives, Peyton Fritchen, daughter of Andy and Courtney Fritchen, and Trent Bidlingmeyer, son of
We're just
Corey
feeling all kilter.
Carey Bidlingmeyer.
Let Crescent Quick Care help you fix that feeling. Crescent Quick Care combines high-quality clinical expertise with convenience to help you with serious but not life-threatening conditions. Crescent Quick Care is available Monday through Fridays with no appointment needed. Learn more by visiting crescentchc.org and hit the Our Services tab. Crescent Quick Care, a part of Crescent Community Health Center in Dubuque.
Are you looking for a new and exciting career? This is Jen Casper with Queen Bee Radio. We're currently hiring for people to join our radio and digital sales team. Queen Bee Radio is a fun and family-oriented work environment with unlimited growth opportunities. Life's too short to work where you're not having fun. Give me a call today at 608-349-2045, and I can tell you firsthand how my career in radio sales has been incredibly rewarding. Go to our social media pages or our websites and click on the career link for details on this radio and digital sales opportunity and to apply.
In Game 6.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center, Monroe. Tyler Dictanis and Brad Adams with you with the best seat in the house in the Ears Furniture broadcast booth. Our halftime score, 38-14. The Blackhawk Warren Warriors, number 3 ranked in the state, leading the Iowa Grant Panthers. As we welcome you to our McNett Electric halftime report brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. Let's do a brief recap of the scoring in this game where at the end of the first quarter it was 8-0 after a Bo Podner 31-yard touchdown run to get the Blackhawk Warren Warriors on the board, and then a ton of scoring in the second quarter as Podner found the end zone a second time to make the score 16-0 with 11:06 to play in the second quarter. Iowa Grant would immediately answer with a 6-play drive of their own and a Grant Rickard 13-yard touchdown pass from Brock Hinderman. 2-point conversion was no good. 16-6 was the score with 8:44 to go in quarter number 2. And then the Warriors would score on a 7-play drive courtesy of a Jacob Woodruff 4-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was good. 24-6, Warriors on top. Iowa Grant would then fumble on their next drive. Blackhawk Warren would take possession, and on 4th and long, Bryce Van Ralt gets a 34-yard touchdown reception from Bo Podner, just getting it inside the pylon to make it 30-6 after the 2-point conversion was missed. Iowa Grant would then fumble on their next drive, and Blackhawk Warren would score on a 13-yard touchdown run by Bo Podner to make it 38-6. And just before halftime, Iowa Grant taking possession of the ball with 1:03 to play. They score 4 plays later on a Hayden Altman touchdown catch from 4 yards out from Brock Hinderman. The 2-point conversion was good, and our score 38-14 at the half. And Brad, this is probably about the game that people might have thought would happen, when you look at the scoreboard and things like that, but definitely some surprises from both teams. It's not a surprise that the Warriors are able to move the ball and run the football effectively, but they've had a number of penalties and some weird mistakes that are kind of uncharacteristic of the Warriors team. And for the Panthers, when the passing game is clicking, it's really clicking, but it's being able to protect their quarterback and being able to be a little more crisp in their execution in some big third downs.
Yeah, I think the score may be a little bit misleading here. Blackhawks had a few short fields just due to turnovers and such like that. But, yeah, they're looking pretty good. Like you said, they are having a little bit of discipline problems with all the penalties. I got them at 7 penalties for 70 yards in the first half, with 3 of those being personal fouls. Mm-hmm. So it might be okay for this week, but once you get farther into the season, especially once you have to play like the Potosies and the higher ups of the Six Rivers and then get into the playoffs, that's probably not going to work out too well for you. And like you said, Iowa Grant, when their offense is clicking, they move right up and down the field. When it's not, they're running into big issues in a hurry. So both teams have some things they should clean up here at halftime, and we'll see what we have in that second half.
Yeah, let's talk about the Millie's Diner halftime fix brought to you by Millie's Diner in Dickeyville. Stop and see what they're fixing for you, and like we alluded to, it's really the penalties for Blackhawk Warren, and really those personal foul type penalties and late hits and things like that. Yeah, you want to play with aggression and attitude and things like that, but you've got to play within the rules and make sure that you're not doing things that are going to be costly, because like you said, it's one thing to do this against some teams that might not have the same firepower that you have, but being disciplined and things like that. When you have teams like Potosi Castle down the line, when you have Seneca Wazeeka Steuben coming up next week, that's going to be a big game. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure that those things are cleaned up.
Yeah, you want to play up to that line of intensity, but you don't want to cross that line, because that could come to bite you as we move further into the season. And besides the penalties, they are playing a very disciplined style of defensive football. They're not letting Iowa Grant hit a lot of their deep plays that they're trying Iowa Grant's trying to do some pump fakes and get wide receivers down the field, and there's just not really a whole lot of room there for them to do it. Blackhawks are doing a good job of staying home and keeping their lanes on their rushes to not let Hinderman outside the pocket, because as was mentioned in pregame, they're very good at off-schedule plays and just kind of the recess-type football that we would normally see. So the Blackhawks doing a good job of that on defense, but, yeah, they got to clean up the penalties.
Yeah, but for the Panthers, we saw them have success when they were doing a little bit more up-tempo, a little bit, hurry up the quick passes, just kind of finding those soft spots in the zone coverages that Blackhawk Warren shows. You would have to imagine that they want to go back to that to kind of go up more tempo, more speed, get on the perimeter, because they've got athletes on the outside, obviously, with Friesen, Lindell. We saw Grant Rickard, have a touchdown reception. They've got some weapons. It's just finding the right combination and finding the matchups that you want to execute what you want to do.
Yeah, the early downs are very big for Iowa Grant. If they're not getting some yardage on first or second down, their third downs are Blackhawks pinning their ears back and getting after the quarterback, and they're getting to the quarterback very in a hurry. So they got to get some positive yardage on first and second down, and Iowa Grant, it's not their type of game, but they got to get some sort of running game going. I've got them for negative 15 yards in the first half. Mm-hmm. Granted, a lot of those are due to sacks versus Hinderman, but you take Hinderman's sacks out of it, I got them for 2 carries for 2 yards. I got to maybe get a little bit more balance in here or find some sort of way to get this passing game to be somewhat more of a rushing game, because when you can allow Blackhawks to just pin their ears back and get after the quarterback, you don't got a lot of time.
Right, exactly. Yep, so that's our Millie's Diner halftime fix. Let's do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. In case you haven't heard, the Badgers stink. They lost to Maryland 27-10 today, which not promising if you're a Badger fan with the gauntlet of a schedule they have coming up over the next month or so. You thought that this was a game that they had to have, and judging by the final score, it was definitely not a fun-filled game at Camp Randall Stadium today.
Yeah, I was able to watch the first half. I'm surprised the score wasn't worse based on what the first half looked like. So maybe the Badgers potentially figured something out in the second half. But, yeah, this was a game that they needed to get because, their schedule is brutal. And they've got to find something in a hurry here. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of fans hoping for a little bit of a change here. So I don't want to see that happen, but they got to figure something out, especially with it being year 3 of Luke Fickell here.
Yep, so the Badgers were on 97.7 Country WGLR earlier today. Let's recap some of the scores from last night. Let's go to the Six Rivers. Potosi Castroville beat Boscobel 60-0. River Ridge shuts out Riverdale 30-0. And Seneca Wazeeka Steuben taking down Peck Argyle 28-0. That game ended at the end of the first quarter due to the weather that was going on last night. Over in the Swall, Darlington 49, Benton-Scalzo-Chelsburg 13. Eastland defeats Fenimore 30-18. That's a non-conference matchup due to the forfeit because Abundant Life was not playing 11-player football this season. Cuba City defeated Southwestern East Dubuque 28-16, and Belleville Oliver Mineral Point 33-14. In the SWC last night, River Valley beat Lancaster 35-28. New Glarus 42, Broadhead 14. River Valley and New Glarus tied at the top of the conference in the SWC with identical 3-0 conference records. Platteville got the win over Richland Center 47-22, and Prairie du Chien escapes Dodgeville 23-21. And in the Ridge and Valley 8-player conference, Belmont just gets away from Wanawak Center Weston 32-26, avoiding the upset. Highland 44, Kickapoo Lafarge nothing, and North Crawford flexing their muscle on Monticello 50-0. DeSoto Oliver Wisconsin Heights 62-12, as we are now officially at the halfway mark of the 2025 high school football season. Quite a few surprises, and Brad, I think, when you look at the Swall, obviously it's Darlington going to be at the top of the conference. The Six Rivers, we know the main 3, and now Seneca Wazeeka Steuben. 4 teams in the conference have been ranked at varying points throughout the season. But the conference I can't quite figure out is the SWC with New Glarus and River Valley at the top of the conference. That's a conference that 5 of the 8 teams have new head coaches coming into this year, so I kind of thought it might have been Lancaster by default with the players that they had coming back, but the Arrows are 0-3 in conference play, and it seems like it's River Valley and New Glarus of all teams at the top of the SWC, and they're leading the pace heading into the second half of the season.
Yeah, the SWC is going to be a very fun conference to watch down here in the line. It seems like anybody can get had any weekend, and you never know what the heck's going to happen in that conference. So it's going to be a fun stretch down the last few weeks here in the SWC to see who comes away with that conference title. Like I said, the Swall seems like it's Darlington, but Fenimore, I've seen them play. They are much improved compared to last year. Next week's game versus Darlington will be huge. I'm expecting a good game if Fenimore can stay healthy. I think they've had a few injury issues, so hopefully they can get healthy for this Darlington game. And they have the potential to be able to play with Darlington. That should be a good matchup. And then, you got the Six Rivers where you got Potosi, Blackhawk, Wauzeka, Steuben, and then River Ridge right there.
Right,
River Ridge's conference schedule record right now doesn't look good, but that's because I've already played Blackhawk and Potosi, but they're a very good team as well. So,
arguably the best team with a 2-3 record in the state of Wisconsin. I mean, the record does not really indicate the type of football that they play because they've been playing the top teams in the state.
Yep.
It just so happens that some of the better teams in the state are in their conference, as is always true in Division 7 football with the Six Rivers Conference, the best and toughest conference to get through. And of course, there's a chance. These teams are likely to see each other again. You hope that this year, the postseason seedings, they spread them out apart a little bit more, and it's not just the Six Rivers Invitational where everyone's just kind of playing each other. But we'll see what the second half of the season brings in our high school football coverage. And as you said, we will have Darlington at Fenimore right here on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel next week. Looking forward to calling that game. Fenimore is one of the teams I kind of had my eye on because their JV team last year went undefeated, and you saw obviously with wrestling how good they've been. Baseball team went to state this last year, and there's a lot of buy-in in Coach Tyrell Rosemeyer's system, and obviously a lot of success on the field. Obviously last night, Eastland a bit of a different story, but that's the only loss on their ledger. And when it's a conference game and you have one of the best teams in the state coming into your house, the Rock is going to be a really fun environment coming up next Friday night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that game. And like you said, it's been kind of a slow build for Coach Rosemeyer there in Fenimore. They had a heck of a few years 10 years ago back when I was kind of in high school-ish. They were on a roll then, and since then they've kind of ran on tough times, but he seems to have that program headed in the right direction, and they have playmakers all over the field, and it'll be a great game.
That should be a fun one, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and get you the start of the second half between Iowa Grant and Blackhawk Warren. Blackhawk Warren with a 38-14 lead over the Iowa Grant Panthers. This has been the McNett Electric Halftime Report. The second half coming your way next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints for your painting project at Menards. Max Bond Plus exterior paint and primer is designed to stand strong against weather extremes. It provides max adhesion, hide, and performance while repelling rain in just 90 minutes after application. And with Dutch Boy's high-performing paints that last, transforming your home has never been easier. Save big money on Dutch Boy paints and head into Menards to get your paint project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Pick your own grapes at Oakwood Fruit Farm. They're great for juice and jelly. Remember your apples, Honeycrisp, Macintosh, Cortland, and many more. Sip on fresh apple cider. Grab some donuts, caramel apples, cookies, turnovers, and take-and-bake pies from the bakery. Tuesday means 10% off all apples that you buy, plus mums, squash, and pumpkins to brighten your porch. Oakwood Fruit Farm is open daily 9 to 5. Just follow those signs south of Ithaca on Apple Ridge Road.
Oakwood Fruit Farms, that's the one for family fun.
In Game 7.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school football presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. Tyler Ducanis and Brad Adams with you with the best seat in the house in the Ears Furniture broadcast booth, a covered seat because it is starting to rain once again here in South Wayne as we close in on the second half kickoff. It's 38-14, Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant, and we're a few moments away from beginning the second half here in South Wayne. Our football coverage today brought to you by Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. And by Melody Hawkins of Exit Professional Real Estate Monroe. Her experience in real estate takes the stress out of buying your next home, farm, or business. For all of your real estate needs, Melody Hawkins, Exit Professional Real Estate of Monroe. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. Infinite Foam of Montfort, specializing in spray foam insulation projects, residential, agricultural, and commercial. They'll keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call Adam at Infinite Foam today at 608-553-1306. Moen's Milk Service in Montfort. Moen's has been hauling quality milk with quality service and grants in Iowa counties since 1974. When you want quality, it comes from Moen's Milk Service of Montfort. Hazy Service and Towing of Montfort, your trusted friend for service and towing. Hazy Service and Towing, Montfort, better equipped to serve you. Pilling Electric Service in Montfort, your trusted expert for everything electric and pump services. Check out their Facebook page, Pilling Electric Service. They'll keep the lights on for you. Also by Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. And by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. Teams are back on the field and warming up, and we'll get the action back going in about a minute or so on a Saturday afternoon homecoming game here in South Wayne, the second Saturday game that the Blackhawk Warren Warriors have played. This is their first home game of the season in South Wayne. Their next home game is actually going to be in the final week of the regular season when they host Potosi-Cassville, which I'm told is going to be a big game, Brad.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that the conference title will come down to that game, barring any upsets here as we come down the stretch here.
Yep, so Blackhawk Warren and Potosi-Cassville set to face each other in the final week of the regular season. And as we said, Blackhawk Warren will take on Seneca Wazeeka-Steuben next Friday at 3 o'clock. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. I believe we'll have that game over on 97.7 Country WGLR. And technology permitting on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as well. So we'll have a matinee game at 3 o'clock, and then we will also have Cuba City taking on Benton Scales Mountain Charlesburg in Benton. That'll be on Super Hits 106. We'll also have Lancaster at Dodgeville on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And the big game that we mentioned in the Swall coming up next Friday night with Darlington at Fenimore. Going to be a heck of a ball game. We'll have that right here on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And we also have Saturday football next week. On Saturday, it will be Riverdale at Peck Argyle. That'll be on 97.7 Country WGLR. Raleigh Chiefs pregame for 1:30 and kickoff at 2 o'clock.
3 p.m. at Warren. It'll be Warren's homecoming. I know we're celebrating
Iowa Grant huddling on their sideline. Blackhawk Warren set to begin on their sideline as well, and we are just about set for the second half. As it's 38-14, Blackhawk Warren leading Iowa Grant, and the Warriors will receive. They will work from left to right as we see it from the Ears Furniture broadcast booth, and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Game today brought to you by Pecatonica Co-op Oil and South Wayne Mart for all of your fuel needs, not only for your vehicle, but for yourself as well. Quality Cenex fuel products will keep you on the go. The South Wayne Mart and Pecatonica Co-op Oil of South Wayne. And it looks like the Warriors are going to work from right to left instead of left to right, as I mentioned. Joe Ketchpaw and Jackson Burgett back deep to return for the Warriors, and Treaton Leifelholtz has the ball on the tee. As the rain continues to fall here, as mentioned earlier, it wasn't a ton of rain on the radar as we talked about during pregame, but little cell made its way over here. No lightning or anything, so just a Nice little rainfall as the second half kickoff is underway, and it will be fielded by Ketchpaw at about the 15-yard line. Ketchpaw with a lot of room across the 30, across the 40, and finally wrestled down near the 50-yard line. A nice return by Blackhawk Warren. 1st and 10 for the Warriors, and it will be spotted at the 50-yard line. Nice return.
Yeah, very nice start to the half for Blackhawk there as they get a nice return and set themselves up nicely.
Takes 7 seconds off the clock. 11:53 in the third quarter. 38-14. Blackhawk Warren on top of the Panthers. 1st and 10. Nose of the football just touching the 50-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left side. Podner under center. Burgett going in motion out of the slot from left to right. And Podner fakes inside, now bounces it to the left side across the 50 to the 40. It gets away from one defender, now the 30 to the 20, angling towards the pylon, along the 10, and finding the end zone for a Northland Buildings touchdown. 50-yard touchdown run for Bo Podner, and Blackhawk Warren extends their lead 44-14 with 11:42 to play in the third quarter.
And a nice play call there. Podner had another huge hole. Almost got taken down there close to the goal line, but was able to get it in.
50-yard touchdown scamper for Bo Podner. I believe that is his 4th rushing touchdown of the game.
That is.
And 2 backs in the backfield on the 2-point conversion. 1 receiver split out to each side. Podner with a toss play to Paquin, and Paquin trying to get away from one defender, still on his feet, and did he get across the pylon? He did. The 2-point conversion is good. 46-14, Blackhawk Warren on top of Iowa Grant, and about as part of a start as you want for Blackhawk Warren coming out of halftime, and now for Iowa Grant, can they put something together offensively and try and answer?
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for a much better start if you're Blackhawk. But yeah, now it comes back to Iowa Grant, and can they get their passing game going and hope it's successful like it has been the 2 possessions that they've scored.
Football Today brought to you by Northland Buildings. For a quality Northland building built tough for the Northland, contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. Our radio stream today powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, part to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC. And an equal housing lender. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. And by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Blackhawk Warren has the football teed up. Cole Dunlavey and Bryce Van Ralt line up to kick it away, and it's Van Ralt who will kick the ball away and kicks it to the far sideline, and a Pinks penalty flag will fly for a kick out of bounds, and Iowa Grant will take possession for the first time in the second half, trailing 46-14, 11:42 to play in the third.
I wonder if the rain might not have had an effect on that. Might have looked like he might have slipped a little bit as he was going to kick that one and caused it to go out of bounds.
Yeah, it didn't feel intentional to kick it in that direction.
Iowa Grant starts at their 39-yard line.
And the Panthers will set up shop at the 39-yard line. 11:42 to play in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for quarterback Brock Hinderman. Hinderman with the snap. It's low. Quick pass to the far side. It's caught on the far side of the field, and more than enough for Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. As that was number 10 on the reception, Owen Wyatt. Coming into the game, 3 receptions, 36 yards, and 1 touchdown. Brings the Panthers out to the 50-yard line, gain of 11. Panthers back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. As Hinderman's out of the pistol, and he pitches out to Cole Schoaf, and Schoaf tries to get away from one defender but can't escape the other. Joe Ketchpaw on the tackle, and Schoaf brings it out to the Blackhawk Warren 46-yard line, gain of 4 in the play.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, I think that was Iowa Grant's only 3rd actual rushing attempt of the entire game.
Panthers break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 6, under 11 minutes to play in the third quarter. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Hinderman out of the pistol. Hinderman directing traffic, now looks back Takes the snap, drops back to pass, pump fakes, throws to the near side, and it's caught by Friesen at the 40-yard line and wrestled down at the 38-yard line. A Pink's penalty flag along the near sideline. And we'll see what that's about. It might be a face mask, potentially. And it is a face mask on Blackhawk Warren. So tack on 15 yards.
Walk off to the 34, so first and 10.
Must have been the 5-yard variety.
Not a personal foul type, so the ball will be inside the 35-yard line to the 34. Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down for the Panthers. Two receivers to each side of the formation, I should say. Pistol formation for Brock Hinderman. Slot receiver from the right side goes in motion, and a Pink's penalty flag. Someone jumped early, and it looks like a false start on Iowa Grant. And it is a false start on the Panthers. Game today brought to you by Russell Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin. Russell Law Offices.
First and 15 for the Panthers.
Ball now spotted at the 39-yard line after the Pink's penalty. First and 15. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Running back lined up right behind Brock Hinderman. Slot receiver from the right side goes in motion, and Hinderman gets the pass off, but he is hit hard as he threw it. The pass is going to fall incomplete. And Hinderman a little slow getting up, needing a couple teammates to bring him up. He took a big hit on that pass.
Yeah, that was a huge hit. The defensive end for Blackhawk came on blocked and got to him right as he was releasing the ball.
Second and 15.
Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros of Brian's, gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. And by McNutt Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call, ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNutt Electric in Belmont. Second and 15. From the Blackhawk Warren 39-yard line, near side hash mark. Four receivers bunched to the right side of the formation, one receiver out to the left. Kind of a diamond formation as Hinderman with a quick pass to the far side. It's caught by Friesen, and Friesen gets away from one defender across the 30-yard line and finally wrestled down at the 25. Landon Friesen, the lone receiver on that left side, able to make one defender miss, but the Blackhawk Warren defense able to make the tackle before he got to the first down marker, and Friesen is a little hobbled as he walks his way back to the huddle.
It's going to be third and about 2.
If you're Iowa Grant, you got to think that they want to get Friesen a little bit more involved here.
I'll spot at the 25-yard line, and Iowa Grant is going to spend a timeout as Friesen, again, very gingerly coming back to the